welcome to another edition of the Above the Bridge podcast. I'm your host, Thaddeus. This week, we're going to do a Q&A with one of our former guests. But before that, let me shout out our sponsors. First up, shout out to defendhawaii.com. If you go on their website, order whatever you want, use promo code ATBPod upon checkout, and you'll receive 15% off your entire purchase order. Defendhawaii.com, ATBPod upon checkout. Second, we got Hawaii Candy Factory. If you go on hawaiicandyfactory.com, go to pick out whatever you want. They got a whole bunch of crazy candies and different snacks. When you check out, same thing, atbpod.com, and you will get 10% off your entire purchase order. So our last sponsor is our new sponsor is irepdetailsupply.com. Go onto their website. Kaiko was just on our show last week. Use same thing, promo code ATBPod. You'll receive 15% off your entire purchase order. irepdetailsupply.com. Got it right. Okay, here we go. So this week we're doing a question and answer segment. We went on social media, asked everybody to send us questions. We came on with a whole bunch, and I'm bringing Level H and Level V's owner Hanson back to the ATB Pod show, and let's do this, bro. We got a whole bunch of questions, man.
Nice.
Just like with Chris and Taylor, I got some stupid questions that I had to take out, but bro, we got a pretty good response, and these questions should be fun. But first off, I want to say welcome back from your trip.
Yeah.
You had a crazy Easter weekend, huh?
It was a memorable one, highly memorable.
So the thing is, Hanson, he may have told a little bit of people, but unfortunately, I was one of them. He told me he was going to propose to his girlfriend, Sonia. And that happened this past weekend or 2 weekends ago. And I kind of want to know how it went down. How are your feelings? And brah, how does it feel to be engaged?
It's awesome. I mean, it's the same, but different at the same time. So it was a life-changing moment, I guess you could say. And just the whole process is exactly how people think the process is going to go. It's anxiety, then it's like surprise and happy and worried, and then just all the details, I guess. Yeah, but it was an awesome trip, and I'm glad it worked out. She said yes.
Well, I kind of knew that was good. Kind of, she's probably waiting for a while.
It was 8 years, man. 8 years.
Ah, that's insane.
Crazy. Yeah.
That also lets me know that we've been doing. We were at Fix 8 years ago.
8 years ago, yeah. Crazy.
So how'd it go, man? Like, what was your spiel for this thing?
Yeah, so it was a crazy. It was supposed to. So it was a surprise, obviously. So what happened was I planned. Her favorite holiday is Easter, so I planned to do it on Easter, and it was going to be like this whole surprise Easter egg hunt. And I made a fake flyer, and I was trying to hire actors to be like to do like a fake Easter egg hunt. And then a couple of weeks before Easter, my other half Sonia decided to like book a trip to LA, and then I had to swerve my whole plan, and but it made it more memorable actually. So we ended going to LA, and she's a big Harry Potter fan, which I am now too. We went there, and I proposed at the Wizarding World of Harry Potter out at Disney, or not out at Universal.
Oh, that's awesome. Must have been super cool. And like you got down on your knee. Was everybody watching or like?
Yeah. So my other half is like super introvert. She was worried. When she realized everyone was watching, she got kind of freaked out, but it was awesome. Well, I flew up her friend Steph, and we hit an Easter egg. So I kind of use the Easter egg concept because Easter is her favorite holiday. So I put the ring inside an Easter egg, and I hid it at a spot. And then I had her Steph hide it at a spot. And then she like we had this like so covert because everything was all planned super late because I didn't know this whole thing was gonna turn out to be an LA trip. And then I had to like they took a picture and send me a GPS location exactly where it was gonna be, and they had to chase away kids from like grabbing the egg and running away with it. But uh, we posed for. I said, "Oh, let's stand over here, take a picture." And then I was like, "Oh, look, an egg," and I was like, "Oh, go grab it." And she's like, "I'm not gonna go grab someone's egg. It doesn't belong to us, you know." And oh,
Grab the egg.
yeah, yeah, that's funny. So I'm. I went to go grab it. She's like, "What are you doing? What? Don't touch that. It's not. That's not ours, you know." And I'm like, "No, let's look in. It's a random egg, you know." And she opened it up, and I put the ring in a snitch box. I don't know if you know what a snitch is,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
it's like a little
The golden. Yep,
the golden
yep,
snitch. So
yep.
I had a custom box made. So inside the snitch was the ring, and I had a key that opened up that snitch. So yeah,
Oh,
so
that's
I
so
busted
dope.
it out, and like she kind of figured at that point something was up, just because I normally don't do things illegal. Like, yeah, I'm kind of to the book kind of guy.
Yeah,
She's like, "What are
yeah.
you doing? Something has to be up." And then um, um, Steph and Colin was all dressed up in like a disguise, and she didn't recognize them until they got close. But she said, "Oh, obviously someone's like involved, because like these two random people started filming." And then, but yeah, like, oh, everyone kind of, it's just like the movies. Like everyone's kind of made a circle, and everyone's like, "Oh, what's gonna happen? What's gonna happen?" You know. And um,
Oh,
she said I didn't say anything, but I had lines. I know I said my lines, but I guess you're in the moment, and I said it, and I got down on one knee, and then she said yes, but I couldn't hear it. And I was just like, like, you're in the moment. I just went blank, but I told her, "Will you forever be my always?" And if you're a Harry Potter fan, it kind of makes sense of the movie. And then I just stood there because I had everything planned. Like, I had detailed notes I was sending back and forth to Steph of what I was gonna do, what I was gonna say in different, plan A, plan B, and then I never planned out what's gonna happen after she said yes. So I was just on the ground, and she's like, "You can stand up," because everyone started looking, and you could feel the eyes on you. So, but I was like, "Oh yeah," and oh yeah, it was awesome. It was awesome.
that's
It was
super
perfect.
cool. And I'm
Yeah, yeah,
super happy that you guys found each other for one, but everything went off well.
yeah.
Sonia is an awesome person, and I've known you for a long time. I've never seen you this happy from the all the people that you were with before. Not that there was a whole big list, but it was a different change of happiness, and I could tell from the start. And Sonia's super. I mean, she's my friend. Like,
Yeah, 100%.
I'm happy for both you guys. She has an awesome fiance, husband to be. You're an awesome person, and I couldn't
Hey,
be
thank you for all
happier for.
the pep talks, man. That talk to the dad was less nervous after talking to you. I
Yeah, man.
appreciate that.
Yep. And that'll be between me and you, but I definitely meant everything I said. And
Appreciate it.
you're one of the best people I've ever met in my whole life. And you guys both found each other in this crazy world, and I'm looking forward to the wedding, that's gonna be an event, a
I hope
level
so.
H promoted wedding,
Yeah, yeah, for real,
and
for
it's
real.
gonna be all our friends, and it's gonna be
I always keep on joking with everybody that I'm gonna charge cover for my wedding. We're gonna make it a whole big party.
yeah. Well, whatever you need me to do to help, I'm on board. And yeah, congratulations to you and Sonia. And I guess because of this, I'm gonna have to take another Patron shot with Sonia. Like,
Guaranteed,
there's
guaranteed.
only for her birthdays, but I guess this warrants one. So
There
I
you
guess
go.
this Friday I'll take a Patron shot with Sonia.
Probably gonna be a Patron only bar, bro.
I'm bringing my own. Anyways, we got a bunch of questions, bro. Like,
I'm
people
curious. I'm
people hit it
curious.
up and wanted to know. And like I said, some of these questions we're not gonna answer, or I'm not even gonna ask, because they some freaking yellow people out there want to know some crazy stuff about us. But yeah, if you don't know, then you don't need to know. All right. I got some pretty good questions though, and thank you for everybody who submitted a question. Um, for these, I always let them remain anonymous. I don't want to like tell who asked what, but a lot of these questions came from people we both know, so it's kind of
Oh,
cool.
good.
Yeah. All right. So let's see. Question 1. Let me get a pen. Let's see. Oh, I pimped out my clipboard too.
Oh, look at that.
Yep. I need a level H sticker.
Oh yeah, for real.
All right. Or Hawaii events. Oh, a level V Hawaii event. Bro, you got too
Yeah.
many companies. All right. Okay. First question, and we can both answer. Most of these questions are for both of us, and then
Okay.
some are just for you.
Okay.
All right. In one word, how would you describe yourself? I could go first if you want.
Yeah, I think you have to.
For me, I say one word that would describe myself. It's weird to kind of describe your own self
Yeah,
because then what
I
if
think
people
that's what it
think like
is.
that's not you? No. I would say aloha. I have a lot of aloha. So I think aloha can cover all bases. That would be it for me. That would be mine.
Yeah, that's awesome. Frick, that's a good one, man. I got to figure out another word that encompasses a lot of things that makes my job easier. But maybe caring. So I'll go
Yep.
with caring.
That I would
I always
definitely
try to
agree
go
with
the
that.
extra mile to be caring. Yeah.
100%. That's a good word to describe you for sure. Okay. This is a good one. What is your first memory of us promoting together?
Okay. All right. I I thought they were gonna say which memory when I first like meeting you, but
Yeah, we talked about that one.
yeah, I
That one
know.
was a bad.
One of the first memories promoting together. I'm trying to think. What was our first spot together?
It would be
We did
passport
yeah, we did
tries.
Hush one time real fast, like a one off. I think
Yeah, I think that before passport.
that was we like a one off
Oh,
because you were still at Hush, right? Because
yeah,
you're on
yeah,
the way up. I think we did one last one before they closed
yeah,
Hush, but then yeah, I think Passport that we had made some good memories. That was just the start of us working together, and
yeah.
I think one memory is us in that meeting with the Spada owner,
Oh, yup,
or just Spada. That event in general,
yeah.
that just was a cool one. It's just
The dawn of
yeah,
Spada.
yeah. No, yeah, yeah, just working together. And you know what? Not only that, it was us working in that meeting, saying working back and forth to make
Yeah.
the owner comfortable, and us to have us at his spot. You know?
What I kind of remember about that was how like you played off what I was saying, I played off what you were
Mhm.
saying, and like we never rehearsed it or really
No,
done meetings
exactly.
like that before, and it was kind of like, oh, we got our shit together, and we
No,
used
yeah,
to,
no. It that I think like it was impossible for the owner to say no because
yeah,
we made him so comfortable, and
yeah,
I just realized that like this was one of our first times ever doing anything together. Normally, companies don't mesh well together that quickly, but
yeah,
we played off of each other because I think we promote the same way, you know, and we never want to be one sided in a business relationship. We always want to make sure everybody's happy. That's the way events work and work out in the long term. So it
yeah.
just worked perfectly. So
Yep,
that
that's
was
a
a
good
fun
one.
event.
Yeah, passport. So
You know,
every Friday a new place
yeah,
until Oceans
exactly.
locked us in and kept us there for a bunch of ruckus.
Yeah, I just remember the groundbreaking, the
Oh, at
stone slab.
Spada? Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, yeah.
yeah.
And
I
he
just
wanted
remember.
to charge us for that.
Yeah,
Like,
he's like,
how?
oh,
What?
we
Like,
have to.
what?
I was like, how are we responsible for your floor to break? I don't know. That was funny.
Like people walk on it. Like that's
No,
what they do.
exactly,
Yeah.
exactly. But I just remember that place was just like a music video. That place was just beautiful.
All right. Second question. Promoting wise, what gets you excited now? Been doing it a long time, so it's sometimes it could be like not as exciting as before, but
Yeah,
like as
yeah,
of now, what gets you excited?
yeah. The promotion world's changed. I think what gets me excited is trying to figure out what works now because everything's so
Yeah.
different. People socialize differently, and people's expectations are all different. So it's always been trying to figure out what will work, no matter what time of decade or year or party or event. It's just trying to figure out what the guest is going to leave with experience, you know, or yeah,
Yeah. I would
just trying to figure out
say,
that concept.
yeah, I would say the same thing. Also, what gets me excited promoting is Obviously we're kind of in the tail end of our promotion careers, so it gets me excited to still do events with you, bro. Like personally, like honestly, I'd probably be done if you weren't promoting anymore.
Oh, I
So
appreciate it. Yeah.
promoting with Level H, you and Donnie, that's what gets me excited. And yeah, it's every Friday is like a
a
house
reunion.
party. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, we get to catch up. Honestly, yeah, you're right. Like the way life goes, sometimes it's hard to meet up regularly, but we have a Friday hangout, really.
Yeah,
We get to see each other.
definitely. Yeah. And
Yeah.
it's cool because like we work well together. So like the people that I would take care of, you can help take care of them as well as the other way around. So it's like it's always a good teamwork.
Yep. Yep.
All right. Next question. What is your biggest pet peeve? Shoot, I had the same one with Chris too. I should have taken out mine is the same as it always was. I hate girls on their phone at dinner. That's my biggest pet peeve. And traffic. I hate traffic. Yeah. But
Pet
I said
peeve.
these before, so you can get more into detail on that.
Yeah. Oh, pet peeve. Oh man, that's a tough one. I'm usually level-headed about a lot of things. That's just me. But
I know one, but I don't want to say it.
oh, you gotta say it now.
I know one. No, I'm gonna have to edit it out. I'll tell you it later. Some things at the door at some certain clubs.
Hilarious. Yeah, for real.
Hmm.
I think I just disrespectful people. We go with that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's for sure.
Yeah,
That's a good one.
yeah, yeah.
Oh, all right. Next question. This is a good one. What do you think about the nightlife industry now, and how much has it changed?
Night and day.
Bruh,
Night and day,
100%.
bro.
Yeah.
Night and day. I mean,
Yep.
well, look. I mean, we have one. We have one nightclub now. Really, one or
That's a
two.
big change.
That's huge.
That's
One or
definitely a
two
big change.
venues, real like functioning full time venues, like two or three. I would say. I mean, just physically. I mean, back in the day, there was like 20. On different nights of a week, you could go to a different spot.
Yeah.
And
Or
everyone.
like you go out on a Friday and hit up 4 different
No,
spots.
no, exactly. You used to club hop. Now you
Yeah.
cannot even club hop anymore
You can
because there's
just
not enough
jump.
hopping. Yeah,
One
right.
jump.
Just skipping halfway, but
Yeah.
I would say I mean, that's a big one. I mean, just places to go is different, and also I know you talked about it. I mean, we talked about it all the time. Is social interaction is completely different now than it was before.
Yeah.
And it's inevitable. I think things are gonna have to change, but I mean, things change. But uh, the club, honestly, too, before it used to be dancing focused, right? Music and dancing. Like before, it's like, I can't wait to go to the club to dance, let
Yeah.
loose. Now it's like more people say, I want to go to the club and have a drink.
Yeah.
The focus is a little bit different.
Bottle service.
Yeah,
And
they want to, they either had a long week and they go in there to like unwind versus they're looking forward to the week to let loose and with their friends. And actually meeting new people, right? We always talk about people go to the club to meet new people. Now you
yeah.
don't have to do that. No, now people don't want to meet new people. They're like, these are my friends. Don't talk to me. Don't come into my group.
Yeah. See, it seems very segregated now. Like
Yeah.
people kind of hang out with their own people. Like
Yeah.
it's not as intermingling.
No,
Like
yeah.
even
I
the
mean,
dance floor.
even before, like you didn't want to go with a group of 5 or 6. There's too much coordination. You're gonna lose them in the club, and then you can't
Yeah.
talk to new people when you have 8 people walking in a group. Like it's like if like before, that's the way people found their other half was you meet them in the club. You go talk to a girl. And you can't
Yeah.
have 8 dudes as your friends walking up to 2 girls. It's intimidating. You always like take your wingman. It's never like wingmen. It's your
Yeah.
wingman. You have one. You
Yeah.
you
Exactly.
go to the crowd. You look for people. You try to talk to people. Now too, like you go up to a group and you're trying to talk to a girl, you want to buy her drink, you have 8 friends you got to buy drinks for. Like,
Cost you a fucking
yeah,
paycheck.
exactly. You got to buy for my 8 friends. Like, this is
Yeah.
different, So before it's like, you use 2, 3 people in a group, and now but at the same time, that's the challenging part we are talking about earlier, like trying to figure out the ways to make sure everyone has the experience no matter what the club scene is now. But I think the
Yeah.
biggest change is the number of clubs, and social interaction is completely different.
Yeah. I'd agree. And I feel like I mean, I always complain about this. People aren't in the moment at the club. They're too in tune to FaceTime it or live stream it to show everybody else what they're doing, and they're not even enjoying the moment. But
No, yeah.
yeah,
No,
I mean,
that,
it's
that
I guess that's the new norm. But I
it
mean,
is. Yeah.
it's like you're so quick to show everybody what you're doing that you're not even enjoying what you're doing.
No, exactly. Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. And now plus too, like people's expectations are different. Like they go to, Vegas where it's all over the top, and when you come
Yeah.
back to Hawaii, you kind of want to relive what you've just felt, and everything just seems like a step down of what happened elsewhere, or just the whole scene, because Vegas wasn't like that before. It used to be a whole bunch
Yeah.
of little things. Now it's mega clubs, hiring huge DJs with pyro and full shows.
Yep.
I think people's expectations are different too. They kind
Yeah.
of want to see that or feel that when they buy bottles, or they want all that to happen too, and that's not how it is in Hawaii.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Plus, too, when you go Vegas, like you've been saving up to
No, yeah,
splurge and
no, yeah,
stuff. Like, yeah.
yeah. This is the weekend warriors. They can't get that experience every
Yeah.
weekend, at least in Hawaii.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Oh, this question came up a few times.
Uh-oh.
It's something I've been asking ourselves for a while.
Uh-oh.
What age or when will you retire from the nightlife industry?
Yeah, yeah. We do get asked that a lot. At least I do.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, you're right. We're at the tail end. I mean, we're not 21-year-olds anymore, but I feel like it's like an athlete. You'll know when it's time. Like the cards will show you like this is it.
Yeah,
Um,
but some athletes like hang on, especially fighters, and then they get beat like
they
they
get
get knocked out.
CTE.
Yeah. And I
No,
definitely
yeah,
don't
you're
want to
right. You're
be
right.
like that.
You're right. No, that's true. That's
Or
true.
like there's some certain promoters out there that like you can tell is past their prime, and
Yeah, yeah,
um it's like
yeah.
trying to relive a former glory.
No, yeah,
I
true.
don't think we're there yet, but
Yeah.
yeah, it's hard to say. Like you said, we'll know. And I think I'm not gonna hang on to it as long. I'm not gonna hang on to it longer than I should.
Yeah.
And
That is
with
true.
this pandemic and not being around it for what 2 years or whatever,
Yeah.
it
Yeah.
made me realize that there is life outside
No, yeah.
of promoting, and
Yeah.
it's not the end of the world. It's not who I am. It's really what I do. So it kind of helped me focus on that and make me realize like this isn't something that is makes me who I am.
No,
It
yeah.
like I
Yeah.
said, it just is something that I do.
Yeah.
Which
100%.
maybe
I mean,
maybe before the pandemic, I might have thought otherwise. Like, oh, if I this is all I got, this is all I am.
yeah.
But yeah, I mean, I
I
have a
think,
real job too. You know what I
yeah.
mean?
No, see, I mean, for me, because promotions was like my only job for like 10 years. Like that's all I
Oh
did. I
yeah.
didn't have any other, you know, business or any other thing. So, before Hawaii Events Unlimited, before I got in touch with them, that was something I constantly battled with, like what's going to happen next. But for me, everything happens in my life at the right moment, at the right time. I'm blessed, thank God for all of that, because it's just my new light or my new path always gets shined to me. So I've been blessed, and
Yep.
I feel like when the time it comes to hang up, it'll show itself, I think, and we can just throw one last huge one.
Yeah. I feel like we will probably maybe not do nightlife stuff, but we can always do concerts and stuff here or
Yep.
there, or maybe
No,
like
exactly. I just definitely want to do events. We have
yeah,
to be smart and figure out what
yeah,
events we want to do from then on. Yep.
yeah, definitely.
Or we can just open our own place.
That's Hoppo was just talking to me about that. Like, what if we ended our legacy with the Kings of Promotion having our own spot? That's the
Mhm.
exact words he told me.
Wow. I like how
Yep.
that sounds.
Yeah.
Interesting.
And he said I'd back that up. And I was like, of course you would.
I just feel we've
Yeah.
built enough knowledge at this point to
Yeah,
understand what works and
exactly.
what doesn't work, you know? I
But to
mean,
hear
that's
him say that was kind of cool because I mean he's been around it for a while and he
mhm,
is it's kind of cool to hear. Yep.
definitely.
Okay, here's another question that's kind of lighter. If you had to eat one meal for the rest of your life, what would it be? I would say pizza because it's so diverse. You can do anything with pizza. And
Yeah.
it kind of covers all the food groups in one thing. You know what I mean?
No, yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Yeah. I
Plus,
mean,
I like it. You can change it up. So I
yeah.
guess, unless it's like a certain kind of pizza, but if it's
Yeah,
just pizza
there's
in
no specifics on
general,
that
then
question, so we're gonna keep it
yeah,
open. But yeah,
yeah,
I think before I was vegan, I guarantee would have said pizza. I think I
yeah,
probably would still say that now. I mean, I could. You're right. I didn't really think about it till you said it. You can always change that format of what's on that pizza.
yeah,
And what is it? Pasta, pizza? Yeah, I guess pizza. Pizza. Well,
yeah,
I'll go lighthearted and be pizza.
yeah. There, pizza cannot. Well, I guess you can have shitty pizza, but the shit, like even the shitty pizza is not that shitty.
True. True. Yeah, you can eat cold pizza. You can eat cold pizza. You can eat it anytime.
Yeah. Okay, this question is for you.
Okay.
How was it to become vegan? And like what were your trials and tribulations going through the process? Is it a process?
Yeah, I mean, um,
This one's definitely not for me.
yeah. Yeah, I mean, in the beginning, it's hard. I mean, because you don't know what you're doing, really. You know,
Yeah. And you meet, bruh, we used to scarf down cheeseburgers from the clubs.
no,
Like, yeah.
everyone knows. As soon as I go to a party, if there's a grill, I'm like, move out of the way. I got this. I'm the one working the grill. You know,
Yeah,
I
that's
mean,
right. Yeah.
I was just that's what I like to do. You know, so it was a definitely change. But it was kind of immediate. Like I mean, I set my mind. I was like, I think I'm gonna do it, and I stuck with it cold turkey ever since. So, um, but it is a process because I don't know how that world works. I don't know what nutrition wise at first, what to do and what to eat, and everyone always thinks like there's a meme of like people cutting up like a turf, and like
Oh,
when you first go vegan, this is what you think is gonna happen. But and also, I mean, it's my fifth and a half year going vegan.
oh
But when I
wow.
first started, there wasn't much options in Hawaii. Now there's so many. I mean, and it's a big boom in the community
Yeah,
and
it's getting
also
popular, huh?
super popular. And more documentaries coming out, more celebrities are jumping on, but also just like regular day people just making a decision and coming up with cool ideas, concepts. And now there's like supermarkets that just only sell vegetarian vegan options. And now you can, once you stock your fridge, at that I tell everyone, if once you like stock your fridge and now you have access to whatever you want to do, it's easier. And now there's options for replacements for everything: pizzas, pastas, burgers,
Yeah.
tacos, whatever you want. You can have a vegan version: ice cream, cake. And also there's a lot of accidental vegan things like peanut butter jelly sandwich and Oreo cookies. People like,
Oh,
oh, like I never ate vegan. I was like, you have. You just didn't know it was vegan. Like a peanut butter and
yeah.
jelly sandwich, it's vegan. Your shoyu couple noodle, it's vegan. Like
Mm.
people just have a fixed concept of what it is. But it was difficult because there's certain things that you crave that you might not be able to get the exact match of or whatever it may
Oh,
be. But for me, it got easier because there's more options. And then the good thing is that Sonia, my other half, is vegan also. So that's the biggest part. The hardest part is the social part of being vegan, because when you go out now, you have to worry about and not only me. It's actually I'm fine with like ordering whatever options I can. It's just that other people feel bad. Like they might
oh, I
not want
see.
to invite you, or they also worry like, oh, can you go? Can you even want to be there? Like I'm like, I usually plan ahead my meals anyway. So if I know that's not place that doesn't have many options, I'll eat ahead of time or whatever it may be. But that's the social part's the hardest part, I guess you could say. But other than that, after this many years, it's not that bad at all
It's
anymore. But
just part of your lifestyle.
it
Like
is,
it's
it
like
is, yeah,
second nature.
exactly. So that's
I
what
always,
everyone.
always wanted to know, have you ever accidentally messed up? Like
Yeah,
ate
I mean,
something that,
it happens. I mean, you go to a place and they accidentally put in your food, or yeah. I
yeah,
mean, I mean, it's a it's a personal choice. It's not like I'm allergic to meat, or certain animal
yeah,
products, so it won't kill me. It's just that this is the principle of it. I don't want to eat it, So it's not like there's some people that are very strict, they're like Nazi about it, or I don't say that, but they're very like to the point about it. And they don't want to. But for me, I have it's by accident, you don't not knowingly,
yeah.
But yeah, I'm pretty strict about it. Like not just plant based, but like vegan. I got rid of all the leather, got rid of, you know, things in my lifestyle that cause suffering to animals. I took it out of my lifestyle.
Oh, that's pretty heavy. I didn't even know that.
No, yeah. So like, I mean,
So
the
your
first
belt
year,
isn't leather. You don't have
no,
leather shoe. Oh, that's
no,
kind of
yeah. So
cool.
like change up on it. But the first year, I never even noticed. I was like, you live life, and then all of a sudden, and you read something like, oh snap, I have a leather belt, I have my leather wall, I have like, like
Oh
just
yeah.
you just don't think of like, I mean, to me, like you do the best you can to cause the least amount of suffering. That's what my definition of being vegan is. And that doesn't have to be with animals. It's just people. That's just everything, You just cause
Yeah.
less suffering as much as you can. That's
Oh,
why
that's
it's easier.
super cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because if I can eat the same thing as what I did before with less suffering, it works out.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's super cool. Okay,
Yeah.
man. Next question. One thing that makes you nervous.
One thing that makes you nervous. Proposing to your girlfriend.
That's a good one.
I was nervous. I was super
That's
nervous.
a good one.
Usually,
Perfect. That's a perfect answer.
Normally, you plan everything, so you're never nervous because you plan it out. But no matter how much planning you do, you still
Yeah.
get nervous.
Murphy's Law always gonna try
Yeah.
to mess with you a little bit at
Yeah,
least.
yeah.
I would say what makes me nervous would probably be anything my daughter does, like any
Oh, yeah.
event or dance or
Yeah.
like whatever she's doing, it makes me nervous. Like, because you don't have control and you don't want to control it. You just
Yeah.
want it to happen. You just like, yeah. I would say that, yeah,
That
because
is
you always
very,
want your
very
kids
true.
to do
Yeah.
cool stuff. But
Yeah, no, exactly.
yeah. All right. Okay. When you were a child, what was your dream job? Like when you were a kid,
Growing up,
what yeah.
doctor, 100%.
Doctor? That's what you
I've
wanted
always
to
wanted
be?
to be a doctor. Yeah.
Bruh, mine was a radio DJ.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's dope.
And then I realized that after going through puberty, I still sound like a kid. So now I'm stuck with podcasts.
Hey, there you go.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah,
That's
even for one of my assignments in elementary, I got to interview a DJ, and yeah.
Oh.
It was part
So
of
that
my
was a
project.
thing.
Yeah, it was a thing. I wanted
Oh,
to be a
wow.
DJ when I was little. Kind of grew out of that.
Was there like someone you heard or something, or
No,
how did
I
that
just
even?
thought it was cool. Like going to school in the morning, and those guys are full of energy and
Oh, you're
like,
listening to them on the radio.
yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
So I was like that's kind of what I wanted to do, like
Oh,
be a
that's
radio DJ or
Oh, that's crazy.
yeah, they're called disc jockeys. I don't know if they
Yeah, back in
still
the
are,
day.
but
Yeah.
radio personality, I
Yeah.
guess. Yeah.
When you said DJ, I was like nightclub DJ. I was like, oh, it's kind of what you like. Yeah, but you're doing that now. Perfect.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Little taste of it.
There you go.
Okay. As a promoter, what event are you most proudest of? Oh, that's a kind of a good question.
Yeah, that's a super good. When you're proud,
Most proudest.
100%. It was Clubhouse.
Yeah,
Clubhouse.
I know
Clubhouse
why.
after Oceans.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's proudest event ever. Because
That first night, that opening night.
very first night, opening night.
Yeah.
I mean, we turned all you can eat Japanese buffet restaurant into 1,000-person club party in 1 week. in 1 week.
In literally 1 week.
In 1 week, not Friday to Friday, we switched events, we switched clubs, and with much doubt, with a lot of people didn't think we were gonna do it, could
Yeah.
do it. We did it,
Yeah.
and yeah, that was good. That was a proud moment because sometimes the success of a promoter is linked to where they're promoting because the location, the venue
Yeah.
provides a lot of entertainment for a customer to go to. But as a promoter, our job is to let people know that where the party spot is, regardless of the venue, right? Here, this week is here, and moving 1,000 people from one venue in 1 week
Yeah.
completely, literally completely, or so that venue had to shut down early in 1 week.
And their employees and staff came to party
Came
with
over.
us. Yeah.
No, yeah, no.
That was a
So
good moment.
100%, and plus too, like
Yeah.
we did it the right way. We stuck to our principles.
Yeah.
And we believed in who we were, and also like, yeah, we didn't do anything maliciously. We just did what we were capable of doing, and it worked
Yeah.
100% off.
For me, this is probably not my proudest moment, but one of them. And I kind of thought, because I got to see the questions earlier, so I kind of thought about this one. So one of my proudest moments or event was having Oceans ask us to be there permanently.
Oh,
So
no.
when we were doing Passport, we'd be going jumping to venue, and every time once a month it would come around to Oceans, and we'd smash at Oceans, go to the next venue, go to the next venue, and then Oceans was offered us a deal and was like, "Hey, we want you guys here every single Friday. Here's your contract." And it was like, that was a proud moment. Like they noticed our value, because only once a month they were good, because we would rage it out for him. And that was kind of, I had a lot of, and that was with you guys, and that was a proud moment. And it kicked us out of Passport, but we ran Oasis at Oceans for what, 4 or 5 years. Yeah. And that was a cool moment. I really do remember that. And I thought, like, wow, we just showed them a little bit of what we can do, and they gave us such a good offer that we had to take it.
Yeah. Plus, if anybody knows, like, Oceans was a nightclub for long. That location, it has a history of being, I mean, HPU now, but it had a history of being like a prominent night, no matter what the nightclub was. And I mean, honestly, to do Oceans is a big thing for promoter, because it's like it's the staple of nightlife in Hawaii. And even I knew that going into that. So I was happy for that once a month. And also, that's definitely a proud moment. Also, you're right, for us to be asked to be there, because definitely it was Restaurant Row, just known for nightclubs.
Okay. Who influenced you to get into the nightlife industry? Oh, that's easy for me.
Who influenced me? There's a couple steps for me in that. Like, see, I didn't even see it as a night. I saw it. I got into the nightclub business through dancing. I was a dance instructor, choreographer, and my dance team would go from perform at different. The promoter would hire us as a entertainment during whatever special event they had. And there was, when I was working with Platinum Limousine, they were over at the O Lounge, and one of my good friends, Vessi at the time, different Vessi, Vessi at the time, his brother Giz worked with Platinum, and he was in charge of their promotions. And then he introduced me to him and Mike Miller, and they were doing a night at O Lounge, and they hired my dance team to do a performance, and they brought me on as a promoter at that point. So I would say they definitely influenced, because they got me my start in the nightclub business. And then Liz over at the O Lounge, and Gerald Oda, the general manager, who I hold high regards. I think he was one of the smartest nightclub people out there, and he wasn't even a full-time nightclub guy. Um, but they got me my start in the nightclub business, 100%, definitely.
Oh, that's kind of cool. I
Yeah.
definitely remember those times. For me, I would say Frankie P. He was one of the founding members of Artist Groove Network, and at the time, I was competing in martial arts and stuff like that, and I wouldn't even go out, and I kind of um, stopped my fighting career, and he'd bring me out, and I went from like nobody, small little guy that nobody really knew, and then all of a sudden I was in the middle of the party with the hottest girls, the coolest people, and immediately, just like that, overnight, I was like, had some kind of clout. But he always showed aloha to me and made me have fun and made me kind of get confident in that environment. And
Mhm.
then of course Ronnie and Peter asked me to become part of Artist Group Network, and they influenced me more than ever in this industry. So I would say those three guys would be my biggest people who influenced me the most. And those guys know how to have fun, and they know how to do it with honor and class and integrity, and kind of
Yeah.
like why we work well with you, because we have those same principles in a crazy industry of sin.
Bro, for real. Oh, for
Yeah,
real.
we've seen
Yeah,
it
balancing
all.
all of that is difficult. Yeah,
Yeah,
it's good fun. Oh.
yeah,
Yeah. Give a shout out to Rick Rock.
yep,
He was also another influence on any Hawaii promoter. Definitely. I
yeah,
mean, he showed everyone that it's a business. You can make it a
yeah,
full-time, profitable $1 million business, you know?
yep. And he's still
Yep.
doing it.
Yep, 100%. So I just give him his proper shout out because he did start a lot
Yep,
of promoters' careers,
he-
definitely.
he's definitely the icon.
No, definitely. Yeah.
I found out on my podcast with him that Ronnie's the one who brought him here. I never
Oh
knew that
yeah.
until,
Yeah.
yeah,
I
I have
listened to that.
not, yeah, I did not know that until that episode.
Yeah. Crazy. I remember going to your guys' parties. Went to Golden Child's birthday party out at Zanzibar.
Oh, the
Yeah. The
Libra
Libra, yeah.
Scorpio. Yeah,
Yep.
yeah, yeah,
Went there as a customer before I was even a promoter.
yeah.
I remember that. Yeah.
That's cool. If you could work in a different job field, what would it be? Hmm.
Interesting.
I don't know. I
Well,
feel like if we had one, we would do it.
yeah, yeah, right, right.
Yeah.
I mean, I think everyone's asking that because we're in the night. They only know us in the nightclub field.
Yeah.
But I think the new ventures that I'm on right now, with whether the event production business with My Events Unlimited and this new vegan business, I'm doing it. So
Yeah.
yep,
I would say that. For me, I guess if I could podcast and just do that, that would be
right,
amazing.
right.
So anybody out there want to sponsor me or
Hey, change
get
some
me a,
lives here for you.
yeah. Rogan got
100%.
sold his one for 100 mil. I'll take
Bro, I
half of
saw
that
that.
and be cool.
That's crazy.
I'll be
There
cool
you
with
go.
half of that.
Half, yep. Half of that. But yeah, hey, to me, podcasts um, are important because the way how social media works and how people learn these days, I have to keep on reminding myself that we don't live normal lives because we get to meet all kinds of people doing what we do. I got to meet you. I get to meet some really important people or some life changing people, or people who just have solid like business minds or whatever. And I think normal other people might not be able to meet all these kinds of other people, but when we listen to podcasts, you learn something. And sometimes you cannot build that relationship with people because we don't know them. But when you hear them interact, your podcast, I like it because your podcast is like a story. They just talk story back and forth, so you can learn their personality, learn about them, learn about their story, but also how they interact. And I think
Yeah.
to me, podcast is like a good way to self-help yourself, how you want to be like, oh, that guy did this, I could do it too. This is the steps he took, and this is the mentality he had. That's why I think life-changing, man, podcast. So keep
Yep.
it up, man.
Thank you, bro. And
No.
yeah, it's something I always wanted to do. And yeah, I've been having fun with it, and it's kind of building every week. So we'll
Yeah.
see. Maybe one
Yeah.
day that would be my only job.
There you
Yeah,
go. Good thing.
I would be wondering what kind of conversation that would be going into the cancer center and saying, yeah, I'm gonna give you my 2 weeks. I'm just gonna
I'm out.
podcast. Yeah. From my bedroom.
Crazy.
Whatever. All right. Here's a good question. What do you wish you had known when you started in the nightclub industry before you started?
Oh,
I'll say everything. I wish I knew everything.
I made so many mistakes when I first started because
Yeah.
I started from the ground up because I didn't jump on to a party that was already going. Like when I jumped on with the platinum guys, they're a limousine company. They weren't a party promoter, you know, so they were starting from ground up too. So I just you know what I did the first time my first time ever promoted, I printed out flyers because I saw what they did, right? That's what club people do. They print out flyers. And then I went down to Venus and I was passing out flyers to Venus. And I was leaving them on the tables. And in my head, I'm like, that's the perfect thing to do because that's
yeah,
where the
everybody's gonna
are.
see it. But it was for a different party.
But I didn't know that was not kosher. And I remember, security grabbed me. I'm like, oh, what did I do?
Yeah.
And then I don't know if you remember Dean from Venus.
Yeah, yep.
Yeah. So he could have been dick about it, but I told him, oh, it's my first time excited. I don't know, is this wrong? And he's like, wow, you cannot be doing this. So I was like, oh, how is that even a thing? And he's like, oh, because it's like a conflict of interest and blah, blah. But I made so many stupid mistakes when I was young. Yeah. I mean, it cost me some money, but, you know, education is expensive.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. I would tell myself not to flyer in other people's clubs.
Yeah. I think for me, I would be, I would probably not be as trusting.
Like, oh, yeah.
Because I was very trusting early on. Like we got kind of burned a few times, and like you said, you live and learn. But yeah. I would say this industry has a lot of dirt bags in it, and but there's a lot of good people too. And I kind of always focus on that. Maybe too much focused on that, and for the most part, a lot of relationships we build with owners and staff and security has been life changing friendships.
Oh yeah, yeah,
kind of cool. Yeah,
yeah. I think the bar industry staff don't get enough credit to do what they do, man.
Yeah,
yeah.
Okay, if you could meet 3 people in history, who would they be?
Oh, 3. This person's specific, man. Oh,
yeah.
3 people in history.
Yeah.
Let's see. I was also always a Nelson Mandela fan.
Oh, really? That's a good one. Yeah, shit, yeah. That's super cool.
I just like how he took his situation. He could have been negative about it and then made it a positive, and he came out making his country better, you know?
Yeah.
Shucks, I don't know.
One of mine.
Yeah, I think of something.
One of mine definitely would be Bruce Lee. Like I would definitely want to have a conversation with him and like just for one thing, I would just want to be next to him just to be like, whoa, that's Bruce Lee. That was one of my childhood. But to hear his philosophy and ask him questions and thoughts, like shit, I think that would be super cool. Like that's somebody I always thought was like, when I was little, I thought he was cool because of his martial arts movies. And then as I got older, I got to read and learn about his philosophy. And it just kind of, I always thought he was super cool. I got to go to him and his son's grave in Seattle.
Yeah, I went. Bro, I'm a big Bruce Lee fan.
Chicken skin, bro. Like, it was, that's definitely one of mine.
Shit, I can't think about a second one.
My one of mine would be someone in the Bible, King David. I was always a fan of him because of David and Goliath. Yeah. Like the small guy, because I'm small, beat the big dude, fearless. But the way he ruled, because I was into him, like I kind of did a lot of research on it, did a report on him once, and the way he ruled, he was very for his people. but he was human. He made a mistake. He liked this girl
Yeah.
that somebody else's wife he seen on a roof, and he sent her husband to go fight in the front lines
Yeah.
to get him ousted so he could be with her. And then
Yeah.
he had to ask for forgiveness. So he was human in that way. But his values were super for God, and he was a philosopher. He liked to be in his garden. He used to write poetry, but he was a warrior. He was a
Yeah.
very good military general and tactics wise. So for me, he was perfect yin yang. Like he
Yeah.
was a warrior, but he was also smart and had that caring and loving side of him. So I always thought he was super cool.
Yeah.
And that's definitely somebody in history I would want to meet for sure.
That's a good one. Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely.
King David. They never made a cool movie of King David.
Yeah. It's kind of like your Bruce Lee that has the yin and yang side. He has the tough side, but he's a great philosopher too. But yeah, I used to teach Bible studies. So one thing people don't know about me, and King David was definitely a superhero of mine.
Yeah.
Yeah. Definitely. Okay, I'll say King David too then.
Yep, that's a good one. Yeah. I mean, I would say Jesus, but that's kind of
no, that's the default answer.
I wouldn't mind Jesus just to freaking know if everything I've been taught was legit.
Yeah, right? True, right?
Find out he didn't even die on a cross, bro. He freaking had like that'd be shitty, you know what I mean?
Yeah, right.
So I wouldn't want to meet him just to find out like things are bullshit. I would kind of want to meet Bob Marley. I think that would be a good one.
Yeah. You know what? I think he became more famous after he passed away because the music kind of spread. If you could go back and listen to him talk for one, and also play live, that would be honestly. You're right. That would be a super cool one.
Yeah.
I always just see all the sayings that he used to say, and how he broke down his own philosophies about wealth and money and fame.
Yep.
I like his one quote about being rich. I don't know if you've seen that one.
No, he said, I probably did. What
no. He just asked if you are happy since you're rich, and he was like, "What does that mean, being rich?" And he's like, "Having a lot of money." And he's like, "To me, rich is not having to do with money, you know." And I was like, just new ways of thinking. He said he was rich, but it's not because of money.
Yeah, definitely. Okay, let's see.
That was a tough question. I want to know who asked it.
I'll tell you later.
Okay.
Yeah.
No, you're not supposed to say that because everyone thinks it's all anonymous.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I won't tell you later.
Edit.
Yeah. Let's see. What is your favorite thing about being in the nightlife industry? I just like being around my friends and creating something out of nothing and then putting in the work and then seeing it work, seeing it like seeing our ideas that we come up with put to test and it being successful.
Yeah, this is a common question that people ask all the time, and everyone thinks it's the partying and drinking and being able to like have the hookup, whatever. But it's the first thing you said now, especially, is hanging out with your friends, and this is a good excuse to at least have a moment to actually physically meet people instead of online or just texting. And two, you're right, is seeing what you had in your mind, that visual turn into actual reality. That's genius no matter what job you do, and we get to do it from start to finish, coming with a concept, coming with a name, coming up with a lineup we want to have, a different decor or ideas, and then just, game day, it happens, It's really good.
For sure. Okay, let's see. What do you do on your downtime when you're not working?
Hang out with my fiance. I can say that now, fiance.
Yeah.
That's
legit.
Yeah, right. Ever since COVID opened up, it's just been really hard. It's been busy. Like our events industry opened up, district is busy, so we're trying to handle that as well as like the weddings and the proms and the corporate events are all opening up. So I'm just like burning my candle on both ends. And then my vegan business is still doing well too. So I'm trying to manage all of that. So downtime is really, really tough recently, but when I do get pockets of time, yeah, just watching a movie with my other half, or we playing a lot of video games now. I never was into video games, but now it's just like I get to just not do anything, just veg out at home. It's
Yeah.
good. And my
The
son,
same way. Yeah. Just
yeah,
hang out
hanging
with
out with
my
my son.
daughter or do whatever. Go beach, go movies or dinners or yeah.
Yeah,
Definitely a whole bunch of stuff. Like I like throwing parties at my house and watching the fights or
barbecues.
barbecues. Yep, those are cool.
Yeah. My
You know,
downtime, if I have it, would be at your place having a
yeah,
barbecue.
we
This,
definitely got to do that
yeah,
soon. Like,
that's like if I can remember the last time, if I had a downtime, it would be, hey, let's do a barbecue. That'd be
yeah,
dope. You know.
that would be cool. Let's see. What is the least favorite job you've had? Oh, I know mine right off the bat. I used to
Least favorite.
yep. Mine would be I used to be a car salesman. And I'm not gonna say for where. I liked it at first and I started
Uh-huh.
making money and then there were some ethical issues that came into play and then I didn't like it.
I was wondered about that. Like,
Yeah.
how did you like it? How did it end up? And
It was fun, bro, at first. And I was just being myself, like, and I was slanging cars. And it was like,
really,
yeah, and I was making money and it was not easy, but it was pretty natural for me. And then
right?
yeah, then it came to be there's ethical dilemmas and then it kind of left a sour taste in my mouth and
Right.
yeah, that was it. Oh, I
Can I?
wasn't gonna compromise my ethics or integrity for
Oh yeah.
money. Yeah, couldn't compromise my ethics and um say goodnight to my daughter after that.
Oh yeah. I bet. I bet.
Yep.
I'm frick. I've been pretty blessed with having jobs that I like. I wouldn't leave a job unless I liked another job. But I guess being like a slave labor for my dad, working all the time. I mean,
Yeah.
yeah. My dad is a electrical contractor by trade. So, I mean, I was free labor since I was 7 years old. So, I mean,
And yeah, no pay.
there's no pay. And I mean, I got up at 7 a.m. and every weekend and worked a full day till 9 p.m. I mean, doing demolition, digging trenches, pulling wire. Like, I mean, I can pretty much wire an entire house myself, start to finish. So, I mean, which is good. I learned some trades that normal people don't get nowadays, you know. So
Yeah.
working with your hands. So, I mean, and then also, I mean, I cannot say I hated it because I freaking like that too. I learned some stuff that I could never have learned. I can never afraid of physical labor for one, you know. So I've learned a lot by watching my dad, but the work sucked.
Yeah.
Actual hands on, sweating, having 10 minutes of eating time into going right back to work. When I all I wanted to do was hang out with my friends on the weekends, you know.
Yeah.
That was the shittiest part about it. But other than that, it taught me a lot. But that was a crappy job.
Yeah. Especially if you're young and not getting paid.
No, yeah, free labor. As I tell you, slave labor.
Yeah.
I always tell my son is so spoiled now. I was like, hey,
Oh
when I was
yeah.
your age, brah,
Exactly.
I had to do like now if I wasn't just doing regular clean yard rake leaves, I was like demolishing a house. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
at your age, like no, like I gotta make sure I'm not spoiling him, but at the same time, I'm glad he doesn't have to go through what we had to go
I
through.
know. I tell my daughter do the dishes and like freaking like I ask her to kill somebody. It's
No,
like you didn't even know what I had to do. Like dishes.
bruh.
That'd be like my playtime. Like
No, yeah. Yeah, no, for real.
that all I had to
You
do
got
is
to do the dishes.
yeah. Shit.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. What does your morning routine look like?
Morning routine is walk my dog first thing in the morning. I don't know if you heard her earlier.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, but she wakes me up first thing in the morning, either between me and my other half. Like she's in my face. So I usually try and take her for a walk and then get my son ready for school. I cook him lunch, pack him his lunch because he's vegan as well. So he can't just eat regular school lunch. So I pack him his lunch and then get back home. And then I jump on the computer and I'm working. Yeah, 6:15 and on.
Yeah. Mine would be wake up, make my daughter breakfast, um, get ready for work. By that time, she's done breakfast. I usually feed my turtle and do whatever else have to do before I leave. And then,
The turtle's still
mm,
alive.
yeah, that thing is huge, bro. I gotta get rid of it, to be honest.
It was like little when you first got
Yeah,
it.
it was. We called him Puck because he was that
No, yeah,
big.
it was a hockey puck.
Now he's a football. Like he's huge. Bro. He's a
Holy crap! I didn't know
dinosaur.
you still had that.
Yeah. Yep. Well, I gotta get rid of it. Like we gotta give him a
It's too
better
big.
home. Yeah, and
Outgrew its space.
and we got new grass, so we can't put him on the grass because he'll eat it. And
Oh,
plus we always putting like weed kill and stuff on there. I don't want him to
yeah,
get
yeah,
sick,
yeah.
and he's just outgrown his and coffee. I gotta have coffee in the morning, and then I head to work, and yeah, take my daughter to school and go to work.
You make your own coffee, or you go
I
Starbucks?
do both. Most times I'll make it. I always for some reason love. It's like a ritual. Like I do a French press. So
Oh,
I
okay.
boil the water, I pour it in the French press, let it sit for 7 minutes, press it down, and it's the best way to drink coffee. But it's also very like it takes time.
Yeah,
And then you got to take out all the grounds and clean everything up after, and you got to
I didn't
clean
know
out the
you're such a
screen.
coffee connoisseur.
Not really, but I like it. It's like kind of like I'm on the weekends, like all day I'll French press my own coffee.
That's
Else not,
crazy.
I'll go to Starbucks if I'm in a rush.
Right,
And
right,
then I
right,
have
right.
a Keurig, but
Yeah.
I do have a coffee filter where I can put fresh grounds in, so I'm not using those K cups.
Packets.
Yeah. Because one thing about K cups is they're prepackaged, so they gotta be stale coffee, or those cups will pop.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
I don't like stale coffee. So, and I can honestly tell the difference. So I'll use fresh grounds, and then it tastes way better. And
That's
it's
why you're a
fat. Yeah.
connoisseur.
I
Because most
guess
people
so.
won't even care.
Maybe. I guess so. Now that I say it out loud.
Yeah, I was like, oh, that sounds like a connoisseur to me.
Yeah.
I mean, people going McDonald's getting coffee, so
Yeah. Oh,
you're a
yeah.
little
I
bit
can't.
couple
Yeah.
levels above that.
Definitely no like McDonald's
Hey, at least I know what to
coffees.
get you for Christmas.
Yep, for sure. This one is this is gonna be easy to answer. What is a common myth about being a promoter?
Oh,
It's probably gonna be the same answer.
there's so many, but that were all whores.
Oh, I wasn't gonna say that.
That is a common myth all the time. That's what I think.
I don't know, man. Maybe now. Nah, nah, nah.
Yeah, worse back then.
Yeah, not no. Now it's a myth. Before it was a truth. Nah, nah, nah.
No.
Just kidding. Just kidding. Mine would be like everybody thinks like, oh, all you get to do is throw a party for a
Oh,
living.
yep.
Yeah, like really.
Hang
You
out
try
with chicks
doing
and
that.
drink, and that's all
Yeah,
you do. You get paid. Wow.
yeah.
Bruh.
You try to do it. That's my offer. Like on job.
Bruh.
Yeah,
Yeah, if people only knew how hard it was.
yeah.
Yeah. Don't need, yeah.
You guys see the event, not the
Yep.
shit that goes behind it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I always say like the day of is only 10% of the work. The other
Yeah.
90% is already happened for that event to work. Oh, that is true. And that we're whores.
Oh, I wasn't ready for that one. Let's see. That's a good question. All right. What was the first event that we ever promoted? Not together, but just in general.
Oh,
And
okay.
what had to be something that made you say like, oh, I can make a living out of this?
Let's see. I mean, my first ever by myself promotion that I did was Be Social Fridays at the O Lounge.
Oh,
And
yeah.
I was sold as soon as I got to come up with the concept, do the concept, and no matter how many people came, I already knew I liked that whole process. And that's when I knew that opening night, no matter who came or how many people came, that I can come up with something, a vision, like an artist. Like you come up with a vision and get it on canvas. You know, that's that process for me was awesome. And also like just coming up with something different. That's why I think I had an event where it was called Be Socials to, I mean, back then I was trying to encourage social interaction. So all the girls got a card with a number on it, and the guys got a card with a number on it. And if you found your match in the club, you can go up to the bar and get a free drink, or not a free drink. You couldn't say free drink. You got put on our tab, the promoters tab.
Oh, I see.
So you encourage all the guys to go look for their match. You give them an excuse to talk to a girl, or a girl to talk to a guy, and you got together and got a free drink. And that concept was new. No one ever did it before, and I enjoyed coming up with the concept. And then once I got to execute it and saw how it worked out, I was said that promotion is for me. And yeah, I think I'm a host at heart. I like to take care of people and make sure everyone's happy. And I think no matter what I'm doing, that kind of comes out in me. So I think promotions is exactly that. I was never a stand behind the VIP line kind of guy. I was the first person you see greeting you as you came in, and the last guy you see saying, "Hey, thanks for coming" on the way out.
Yep, definitely. To this day. Yep.
Yeah, that's the part I enjoy. I enjoy taking care of hosting people, and making sure they had a great time, and I was responsible for them having a good time. That made it all worth it for me. So that's when I was sold. Yep.
Yeah. My first event was with Ronnie and Peter was W.
Oh,
and like that was one of my favorite events. I love the venue and the vibe, and it was something new for me. And I think the first event that I ever promoted as like the owner and by like kind of running things, that made me think this is kind of what I want to do. And that was Recess at Venus. And that was the biggest amount. To this day, I have never created more ruckus in my life than what we did at Recess. And it brought me and Chris Meheula together, and like, hell, that guy is my baby's godfather. Like, people that are important in my life now came from that. But I say Recess, I would think like, yup, I can do this. This is what I like to do. And that kind of solidified it for me, I think. Yep.
That's awesome. I think some of the people that came from those parties are the the ones that come to all the events when they can,
Yep.
100%.
It's been going for a while. All right. How's about this one? This one is for you only. What is going to be next on your Level V menu?
Oh, yeah. So I get this one a lot. I'm trying to figure out a way to make a vegan Pokeball.
Ooh.
That would be game changer for any vegan business, to be honest. So there's a couple things out there. There's not in Hawaii yet, but there's a couple things in the mainland, and it's huge already in like Europe and Asia, but there's not really a distribution, I guess you could say. If I can get that way to get that product out here, at least the substitute version of Pokeball.
Raw fish?
Yeah, raw fish. There's stuff that's so close already that you can't even tell the difference next to each other.
Wow.
But getting it to Hawaii at a reasonable rate so you make a profit out of it or make it whatever, without charging like $80 per Pokeball. It's a hard thing. But that's the next thing. Because I've been trying different recipes, but nothing can replace that taste. That feeling you get when you eat a Pokeball in Hawaii. It's hard to replace, So I always try to make a dish have that same feeling every time you eat it. Like that's how I had a katsu, or that's how I ate a locomoco or a chili mixed plate or whatever it may be. But I think that's the next thing I'm working on is a Pokeball. Or a zip pack, like a zip pack. Or
that's kind of cool.
Yeah, mixed plate.
I've had ulu poke.
Yeah.
With bread.
I just had some the other day, and a taro poke.
Yeah, and also tofu poke.
Yep.
Yeah.
There's a lot of like other versions.
But it doesn't taste like fish at all.
It doesn't, so and it's great. I'm happy there's like edamame poke, and there's all these different things that have it, but nothing can replace that texture, the taste, the feel you get. And there's stuff out there, just I'm working on it to get it to Hawaii.
Oh, I'm definitely down to try that. And always brag about your your portobello mushroom katsu. Like I tell everybody about it all the
You do.
time. And
We
it
just
is, yeah.
the other day you like someone asked me, hey, what's your
Yeah.
favorite? You're like, hold on.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
yeah. So I mean,
For real. Like I rather have that than chicken katsu. Like I had tonkatsu on Friday last week, and I'm like, bruh, I'd rather have Hanson's. Like this, like it's just that good as a food. Like not doesn't have nothing to do with vegan. It's
yeah.
just that good. I'd rather have that than and I had what was it, your local moco, which was awesome. I feel like you could trick a lot of people, bro.
No, yeah.
I mean,
I mean,
granted, mushrooms is different than chicken, but I mean,
when you dip in the sauce and take a bite
yeah,
into it, it
yeah,
goes out the door. Yeah. I mean,
yeah,
a majority, I'm gonna say majority, at least half of my customers are non-vegans. They just want to eat healthier and they don't want to substitute the flavor or the taste. So they just eat a healthier version.
yeah, for
Yeah.
sure. All right,
Yeah.
let's see. Oh, do you have any merch, stickers, t-shirts, etc.?
Um, so I have stickers that are labels for my stuff. I've been meaning to make. Well, I've been meaning to make stickers. I saw a question about that too. I'm like, I didn't know people were interested in getting merch, my own merch. I wasn't thinking I'm that cool enough to have merch, but I realized like that logo is kind of cool, and um, repping vegan stuff is cool these days too.
Yeah,
So yeah, I mean, I should talk to Chris and get some sources about getting search printed or whatever.
yeah, you printing, bro. So for me, I just made stickers, and I got, if anybody wants, just DM me. I got Above the
Oh
Bridge
yeah,
podcast stickers. You print, bro. They came out with it, and
thanks.
shout out to my producer Boy Band John, his brother McCoy, who does branding, made these for me, and I got a bunch of these. These are pins.
Oh, dope. That's super
Yeah,
dope.
yep. And then I got a t-shirt made, but it's for me. Somebody made it for me, and
Oh
I haven't thought seriously about printing shirts, but maybe eventually.
yeah,
But
I
if
think
you want
maybe
a
when I get
pin, yeah.
a
If you want a
store.
pin or a t-shirt, yeah.
Yeah,
When
yeah.
you get a store, that would be great.
No,
But
yeah,
I feel like your stickers, people would want them. Like
that's true.
I've realized something. A lot of advertisement is done on these things.
Oh, people
Bruh,
just slap them on
everybody sticks stickers on. Like
hydro flask.
yeah, and you take them everywhere. Oh,
No, yeah.
it just spilled. I thought it was closed.
Oh, egg reel. Hey, you're right. Yeah, I guess I never really thought that far through. Yeah, I guess so. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, so this is a walking billboard, like
Yeah,
especially
yeah.
if people go to the gym and stuff like that.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
That's
You're
what I
right.
do. I try put all my friends' logos on, like even my clipboard
Yeah,
that I use for when we do
so
COVID testing
smart.
like that. I put all my friends' logos on there, and people see it. They might ask me a question about it, and it's just
Oh, I learned
advertisement.
something new today. Yeah, you're right.
And
You're right. I have a lot of people that are gym rats. They
yeah,
want to eat healthy. They're gym people, and then you're right. I mean, that's a good way to market it out. So,
and plus
still learning.
it's good for content. Like you could say you're on vacation, you slap a level V sticker on Hogwarts, and like, oh, Harry
Oh,
Potter's vegan, like
yeah.
supports level V. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah, yeah,
it's
yeah,
just
yeah.
quick, easy advertisement, and it's cheap.
True.
You know what I mean?
That's true. Yeah,
Plus, I'd rock your shit. I wouldn't mind having a level V sticker. You know what I mean? People could
yeah,
ask, "Oh, what is that?" Oh, go check him out. That's
yeah, yeah,
Portobello.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah. And just
Yeah,
like this, like, somebody sees that on your thing, you'd be like, "Oh, what is that? Oh,
yeah,
that's podcast."
that's true. That's true.
It's a easy way to advertise for me. It's easy way to get people to notice my friend's stuff, and
Yeah.
of course the 49ers. But
Yeah, I made the stickers for the inside of my
yeah, I thought that was cool because
that
you're looking at it the whole time you're eating. It's not on
no,
the
yeah.
top that
And
you
on it,
open and you can't see it. I
you
always thought
notice
that was cool.
I
Yeah,
literally had that in the back of my head. I was like, if
yeah.
I ever do a business,
And
I
nobody
put it-
does that.
yeah, and because what it is when you post a picture, I'd always have to do like a video and like do the outside of the box. Or you know what it was is the club. When we were at the club, you had to bring the flyer next to the plate lunch to take a picture, so you know where the plate lunch was from.
Yeah,
I figure like if you just have it on the inside of the box, they could just do it all in one picture. It'd be easier to market it that way.
It is.
But
I forgot to ever bring that up to you, but I always thought that was a cool concept, and
yeah,
nobody else does it.
yeah,
Yeah,
no one else done it. I was like, you know what? Like this makes no sense. Like people take pictures of their food every day, like a
yeah,
million times a day.
yeah,
You just like slap your logo on there and an instant advertisement for your food.
yeah.
You know.
All right, man. Well, we made it through all these questions. We got one left.
Uh-oh.
So, what do you guys both see for the future in promoting and nightlife together or separately? Well, for straight up, for me, yeah, the great question. But for me, straight up, it's never gonna be separate. Like I'm always gonna do stuff with you. Future wise, I don't know. Sky's the limit. I can see us working our way out of the nightclub weekly thing eventually. Not anytime soon, but it's coming.
Mm-hmm.
That's just real. Like we're gonna be too old to be the guys in the club. Like which is just life.
That's reality, you know.
Yeah.
100%.
But I feel like we'll still do maybe events, concerts. Like we always talked about doing family events. I think we could probably dive into that. But I always feel like we'll be doing stuff together forever until until one of us gotta throw one of our funerals for the other person.
Hey, that's still an event. I'm gonna tell you that.
Yep, exactly.
So yeah, same here. I mean, I feel like I rather. I mean, it would be no fun for me if I never got to do an event with you. So it would always have to be with you and the AGN guys. And I think, yeah, you're saying, like, I think we can age out with our events. You know, start doing family events or concerts or bigger scale events. It doesn't even have to be in the nightlife or music industry, stuff outside of that. But organizing experiences for people. That's all I want to do.
For sure. Yep.
Yeah.
Well, one big event I'm looking forward to doing and helping out with will be your wedding, because that's gonna be. Oh, wait, your bachelor party. That's the one.
Oh boy,
that's gonna be an event.
That's gonna be ruckus.
Oh man, I can't even start to plan that thing out and who's gonna come. And that was like Pono and Brian will have to come for that too. You know what I mean?
100%.
Like, yeah,
100%.
that's gonna. We gotta definitely not do it on Oahu.
As soon as he found out, he's like, "We're flying you up to EDC. We're gonna just do it crazy." I'm like, "Bro, like it's so busy right now. You can't just fly out to EDC."
Yeah.
Yeah. It would be fun to see all those guys.
Yep, for sure.
All of us together.
Yeah.
We haven't been all together in so long.
Well, your wedding and bachelor party is definitely an amazing reason to do it. Yep. And I'm on board for that. 100%. That'll be cool. And we know all the right people in the right places to do stuff. If you just call Brian and say, run with it.
Yeah. Just off island, right? That's what you're on. Yeah. Off island.
Yeah, definitely off island. This one's important, bro. It's one of us. Yeah, it's not our friend's friend. Like it's not our friends getting married. Like it's one of us. So we gotta go. We gotta go big.
Agreed.
Yep.
Agreed.
Well, that that was a long one, bro. It was fun. I didn't even realize it was that long. But I appreciate you for coming on. I thank everybody who submitted a question. If your question was not on this episode, is because it was a stupid question. Stop asking me those things. I'm not asking my friends your dumb questions. Nor will we answer them. Anyway. Thank you for coming on. You've been one of the biggest reasons why I'm still in the industry and having fun with it. You've been a business partner, a brother, and a friend this whole time. And I think because of you makes me feel comfortable being in the industry and knowing that like there's real people there with integrity and honesty and love for making other people have fun. And that's what it's all about. And I'm super proud and happy and like over the moon about you and Sonia. You guys are like the perfect power couple. And it gives a lot of people hope that you can find true love and there's somebody out there for you. And your guys' paths were so crazy separately, but amazing together. And it's cool to see. And it's unique. And you guys both definitely deserve it. You guys both definitely deserve each other, and to watch you guys grow from the bottom up is pretty cool. And I definitely know Sonia's down to smack a bitch if she acts up to you. That's what I knew. She's down. But she
in the corner.
Oh yeah, she's down. That's how I knew she's the one. She's ready to smack a bitch.
Yeah. Hey, I appreciate you for having me on. I mean, your friendship has been the world to me. I mean, I wouldn't be the man I am today without your guidance as well. And shoot, I would still be crapping my pants and talk to her dad if he, hyped me up a little bit and he got to give me some advice. But I know we started off as business partners, but sure, at the end of it, we became brothers to this. So I really appreciate it.
For sure, man.
100%.
All right, man.
Cool. Well, thank you for having me on, man.
Yep. So they can find you on Instagram, what, Level V?
Yep. Level V 808, my vegan business. My personal handle is Level H. And also my events company is Hawaii Events Unlimited.
Perfect. And to get his vegan food, I would suggest ordering it on Monday. And then it's a 1 day pickup. So you order the food on Monday, you pick it up Friday, but order it Monday because it sells out quick, and you're gonna be stuck on a Tuesday and Wednesday and not have anything to order, be sold out. So get at him on Monday. For me, you can find me on Instagram, Thaddy Daddy High, and our podcast, atbpod.com, our YouTube and Instagram, Above the Bridge Podcast. All right, man. It's been a pleasure, and it's always fun to talk to you. I could probably talk to you for another hour.
Yep, guaranteed.
Right on, brother. Well, shakas for the cameras.
All right. Thank you, guys. Thank you, guys. Take it easy.
All right, we're out. And shout out to the Artist Group Network. Aloha.